This is the story about a funny family that lived in Palo Alto.
No, the Cricket Mouse story.
And this family's was very funny. You know why they were funny?
Why?
It's because they all had funny mouths. They weren't like your mouth and my mouth.
Crooked.
They were crooked, yes. Well, these people lived in Palo Alto out by the airport where the wind blows all the time. And they didn't have any electricity out there by the airport because they were too far away from the electric light lines. So they had to have candles to light their rooms with. One time there were two little cousins that came to visit them. And these two little cousins came from Seattle, Washington, where they have lots of power that comes from the big dams up there, so they don't have to use candles for their electricity. But when they visit their little cousins in Palo Alto, they have to use candles. So it came time at night to go to bed because it got dark. And they couldn't turn on the lights, so they all had candles. Well, it was time for them to go to bed, and this family said, "Okay, children, let's go to bed." And their mother gave them a candle. And he said, "All right."
Watch the candle. Watch the candle. Watch
All
the
right.
candle. Watch the candle. Let me take this away. This
Afton,
Okay. Watch the candle.
Afton, now you take this candle and take those two little cousins up to the room way up on the 3rd floor of our big house and make sure that they're in bed before you blow the candle out. So she took them upstairs and they went upstairs like this, and pretty soon they got up to the top of the stairs, and Audrey and Rachel were in their beds, and then their mother hollered up from downstairs, "Okay, Afton, blow out the candle." So Afton, she took that candle so carefully like this. She looked at it. "Are you ready, Rachel? Are you ready, Audrey?"
Yes, yes.
And so she went, "Okay." And that candle wouldn't go out. Did you know that? Because poor little Audrey, or poor little Afton, she had a crooked mouth that would only allow her to blow like this. So it wouldn't blow out the candle. Well, her brother, Taylor, heard about it, and he said, "Now, Afton, just blow that candle out. You're just making a lot of trouble with those cousins. Show them how to do it." Afton says, "I can't. It's a magic candle that won't blow out." So Taylor said, "Well, I'll come and show you how to do it." So he came into the room up the stairs, and he said, "Okay, give me the candle." And so he says, "This is the way you do it." And he says, "That's right, it's a magic candle. It won't blow out." And so the mother said, "All right, you kids, that's enough playing around. Now I'm going to really come up and get angry." So she came up the stairs, came up there, and she said, "You just give me that candle now, and you get to bed right this minute." So she took that candle like this. She couldn't blow it out either. And the dad came up, and he tried it, and do you know how he blew out the candle?
How?
And then by that time, little Rachel said, "I know how to blow out that candle. I've been to nursery school, and they taught us how to blow out the candles." And Afton says, "You don't know how to do that sort of thing. It's too difficult. If I can't do it, you can't do it." And she says, "Well, let me just try." And Afton said, "Well, because you're my cousins, and I want to make you happy, I'll let you try." So Afton took the candle over to Rachel and says, "I know you can't blow it out, Rachel, but you can try anyway." Okay, this is what happened. Oh, she blew it out. She blew it out. She knew how. Well, let's see, where's my... Well, after Audrey seen this candle blown out, she said, I know how to blow that candle out too. And Afton said, that was an accident. You just can't blow it out a second time so easily. But if you want to try, you can try. Okay, here's little Audrey's turn. Oh my goodness, look at that. She just puckered up her lips and blew.
Now I'm smiling.
Well, you can't do it when you're smiling, can you, when you're laughing? Have you ever tried to blow out a candle when you're laughing? No, when you're laughing, so you can't pucker up and blow, can you? And that's the story of the crooked mouth family. They finally learned how to blow out a candle. Do you know how they did it? They invited their cousins over to blow the candles out because they couldn't blow it out.
They wouldn't blow it out. It would have blown.
Well, they couldn't blow it out because every time they tried to, their mouth just blew the other way.
No.
Okay. That's it.